All right, humans. So this milk here, date says 316. I just smelled it and it's still good, which means I want to drink it because I hate wasting resources. So one of the things I love doing along with milk is protein shakes. And I hate drinking protein shakes if I haven't earned it. I feel like it's kind of a one, waste of the protein stuff, and two, it's like not as good for your body because it's like putting a bunch of protein to waste. So I'm going to be tasking myself with doing 100 push-ups in the time, in the shortest amount of time as I can. And I thought you guys might find it somewhat entertaining to watch me fail and struggle through 100 push-ups so that I can drink this milk that isn't bad yet, but it's definitely on its way out. So what I define as a push-up, 90-degree angles, and I'll bet I can do the first like 30, and then I'm gonna do sets of like 10, and it's gonna get down to like when you see me like in the 80s or 90s, I'm just gonna be struggling so hard. So I just imagine it would be entertaining because I did it last year for something, and I kind of wish I had gotten my own reaction. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, gotta break down. Ooh, I'm hot. Woo! All right, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a good opportunity to point out the quote. It's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get back up. So I'm about to start struggling hard. That last 10, if you notice, was a lot slower than the first 30. All right, 60 more to go. And to add pressure, this milk that's on its way to going bad is, I'm gonna have it sit out while I'm doing this. So it's more likely to go bad in the time that I'm doing these stupid push-ups. All right, I'm breathing heavy. All right, let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, halfway there. Probably have to do like sets of 5 now. I guarantee you tomorrow my chest is gonna be super sore. Like it's gonna hurt to lift stuff kind of sore. While I'm breaking, feel free to ask me questions. Let's see. Hey Scooter Kid. Hey Libby. Hey Alex. Hi David. Thanks for the the hope. All right. Let's see if I can get another like 7 out. 50 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 57. All right, so my arms are like giving out on me like halfway down. Topic I was gonna talk about today was why not to move in with people until you're engaged with them. Because I've been re-listening to this book called The Defining Decade. Gonna get sick if you drink that after being out of breath. I know don't worry, I'll take a break. I'm not gonna just chug it right down. I'll do a small recovery period before I take that down. I'm gonna add it with some protein. All right, 57. Let's try to get to 60 something. Let's go another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 61. I feel like I need something to tally these so I don't lose track. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a Sharpie. Let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10, 20, 30, 40. And I'm at 61 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. All right, that's where we're at right now. All right. Oh yeah, 62. Thanks. Are you going to be helping with the volleyball team? I don't know. Probably. I got a pretty good relationship with the current coach, T-Cow. So I'm sure I'll be popping my head in quite a bit. I'm sure I love playing around with the team while they're there, while they're in practice, or when they're goofing around. I had fun. I went to a tryout the other day. I won't be there today, but I'm sure I'll help out a little bit. It's not going to be too much of an integral role, though. All right. 62. Let's go another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Nope. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. It's getting messy now that I'm tired. Do you guys ever like want to eat? All right, I'm back. I'm pumped. I thought that the moment that it died, I was gonna like not be able to continue it. But the good news, since apparently the way live streams work is if your phone dies in the middle of it and you're experiencing YouTube amateur hour of not charging it when you're at 10% start live streaming, it looks like you can resume it if it gets interrupted. So all right, here's where we're at. I got 62 down. Or no, I got 67 down, and I got 33 left to go. Let's get another set of 3 or so here. Maybe 5. Let's go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 76. Getting there. That looks stupid. That's what I do. Better. Hey, viewers, thanks for sticking in there. What was the question you asked before I went offline? Can you... You're almost there. Thanks, David. I don't remember the question I was asking before I went offline. Yeah, I don't know what it was. One thing I will say though, as you get exhausted, so one of the things I learned from Tim Ferriss in the 4-Hour Body was that if you do a lot of reps under tension, which is like if you are doing some sort of exercise and you're going really slow and your muscles are under tension the whole time, it's a lot better for muscle. He also said that a lot of people don't give enough time for your muscles to rebuild, and if you give it an extra like day that you wouldn't normally think to do, it actually helps a lot in building muscle. He said he was able to put on, I think it was 32 pounds of muscle in like a little over a month, just by eating a ton, and he only spent 4 hours in the gym for the whole month. So that's the reason I like sessions like this, is because I'm just tiring the crap out of my muscles till, if you do the exercise till fail, like till like literally my chest is gonna give out, you're more likely to build muscle. And that's why I'm working for killing this milk that's gonna go bad soon. All right, let's get another, at least 5, if not more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did not see that coming. Pumps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm at 80, 86. 14 to go. Woo. I'll do 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 more to go. 1. I'm at 91. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 9 to go. Thanks, friends, for staying with me. I'm glad this is entertaining for you. I didn't think, when I came in my apartment, I was thinking about what am I gonna shoot today? And then I opened up my fridge like I normally do. And I was like, oh no, that milk looks like it's gonna be bad. I should probably pour it out. Then I smelled it and I was like, oh, it's still good. I'm new, I've only seen a little piece of your vid. Oh, DBZ fan Rihanna. So I started off this video saying, found this milk in my fridge that should be bad by now, but it doesn't smell bad, so I'm gonna drink it. But I didn't wanna, I like milk with like protein shakes, so I wanted to earn it by doing 100 push-ups. I'm at 91, and I got 9 left to go before I have told myself that I've earned it. So you guys have been sticking with me, watching me fail throughout these. I'm down to like sets of like less than 5. All right, 9 to go. I'll try to get 3 here. 1, 2, 3. I just spit on the floor by accident. 1, 2, 3. 6 to go. What was that right there? Thanks. Thank you, DBZ fan. All right. Yeah, who was it that commented earlier? Paul, you're probably right. It's not a good idea to drink that. I can already feel my insides feeling like crap. You know when you guys know when you work out so hard that you end up puking or you feel like lightheaded? This might be one of those times where I feel lightheaded. I'm just gonna have to chill for a bit. All right, 6 to go. Let's get 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost there. 1, 2, 3. All right, 2 to go. I'm just gonna try to do it. I'm probably gonna have to fail multiple times. One. Not yet. All right. One left. Try it again. Yes. All right, I'm done. All right. Hold on a second. I'm gonna let's make this protein shake. Orientation is locked. Let's make this thing. Whoa, I feel lightheaded. That's not good. I have to make some slow motions, not fast ones. All right. Welcome to my kitchen. All right. We had this giant bag of protein, so I decided to put it in a glass jar so it would fit better everywhere. So this is chocolate protein here. Whew. I don't think I'm ever gonna get protein again. I feel like powdered protein is kind of gross. It's grown on me, the whole idea of like eating real food instead of like all these supplements. And I think reading through the TB12 method, oh boy. Yeah, still can't believe this doesn't smell bad. It might taste different. Wait a second. Nope, still good. Yeah, thank you. So again, this is the date on it, if you can see that. So it's March 16th, 2018. But it says sell by. So I think that's like when they're supposed to sell it by, not necessarily when it needs to be drank by. All right. Oh, yep. What kind of, for the people that are on right now, wow, there's 7 people? Sometimes it blows my mind that I'm interesting enough to have this many people watching me, but what kind of workout goals do you all have out there? Your date is the wrong way around. I don't know how to flip that. What kind of workout goals do you all have out there? I think for back in 2015 and 16, I really wanted to be able to do 100 push-ups in a row, but I don't know. It just it hasn't occurred to me as appealing all that much anymore. It's not something I get excited about anymore. Oh my goodness. Right here feels so tight right now. Meditation, walking, yoga, I like that, Rick. Oh, I see what you're saying, Libby. Yeah, the way Americans write their dates is it's a little bit different than the way like smart people do. Oh, my bad. I did not mean to delete that. I don't know what just happened. Timed out for 300 seconds. I work out 4 times a week, mostly because I play sports. Yeah, that's been one challenge. Has been like once you do something professional. Like I'm a teacher, so I don't know. You have to really make time to do it. Versus in high school, it's like much more built in. Like if you want to do a sport as an adult, like after college or something, like you really have to seek those things out. And that's been one of the challenges. Like even Alyssa and I signed up for a half marathon in June, and we've been having a really hard time training. I think we're gonna end up walking quite a bit of it. 13.1 miles. Like in the past month, I did an 8-mile run on a weekend, but that was torturous. And I think she's been working out probably a little bit less than me. So I don't know. It's gonna be tough. What did you just say there? Running for 2 hours straight. For staying in trees for most of the day. Staying in trees? What does that mean? Staying in trees. And running for 2 hours. So just being able to run straight for 2 hours, doesn't matter what pace. I feel like being able to run a half marathon in 2 hours is a great. It's like a good measure because it's like a nice whole number, 2 hours, and I feel like People that run half marathons can usually do that. I feel like I need to sit. I feel like I need water first. Like, this is too heavy. Hold on a second. I need water. This is gonna be that. I feel like I'm gonna puke that up if I just drink that right now. Goodness. Yeah, you definitely can't chug things down. Yo, just check this out for a second. So we're gonna be renovating this part. The first day we moved in here, if you see this light right here, like my head is like in it. The light bulb that was in there when we moved in, I knocked it out of my head the first day that we moved in. I knocked the light out with my noggin. So we're definitely gonna be renovating that to be I forget what you call it, a light that goes like in the ceiling. That's like one of the few ridiculous things I find about this house is the ceiling is so short. I can brush my hair with the ceiling over here. It's exactly 77 inches high. You hang from trees sometimes. Like, so when you say you want to be in the trees all day, you mean like hang from the trees with your arms? I'm glad to hear that, Ramiro Ramos. I don't know what to say here. I feel like I have things to say, but I don't know what to say. Let's see how this water goes down. Feels better than I feel like milk's gonna feel in a second. I'm gonna put this milk back in the fridge because I'm like still nervous it's gonna curdle on me like just while it's been out for like 20 minutes. Yeah, let's take a quick peek at my fridge and how like useless it is. So we had some grass-fed butter, and this is literally our fridge right now. There's more stuff in our freezer than our fridge. I got carrots because I like to snack on those. That's gone. That's like dead. Dill something. Soy sauce. Some bread that's probably already bad. That's definitely bad. Alyssa bought this at some point. Purple goat cheese. Blueberry goat cheese. Got some minced garlic, milk, almond milk, American cheese, mozzarella cheese. That's our freaking fridge. And then our freezer is a little bit better, but not that much better. We got, where's the flash? No flash? So we got like frozen fish fillets. We got blueberries. We got sliced peppers. We got green beans. This is my favorite stuff though, is the grass-fed beef. Like, I could just eat grass-fed beef like sauteed every day of the night easily. No problem. For those joining, I started this video saying that the milk was gonna go bad. And so I did 100 push-ups to earn drinking the milk. What did someone just say? Thank you for being authentic, sharing the journey. Looking forward to paying attention. I'll follow up with your posts. Well, thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. Sometimes from arms, Wait, so DBZ Van, you're saying that you want to be able to hang in trees all day via just your limbs? Like, not just like building a tree fort and like living up there. Like, you want to literally hang from trees all day? That sounds insane, because the last time I like looked to see how long I could just hang for, it was like, I don't know, like under a minute. Like, I couldn't even hang on for a whole minute. Oh, how do I? My bad, Libby. So I had to leave and come back. I wonder what that means. Like, how do I must have clicked on your comment. Oh, hey, that's new. DBZ Vent. I look forward to following your YouTube channel. And wait, can I follow you from here? So I'm clicking on you. Report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user from this channel, add to moderator. No, I don't want to do that. It's in your dreams. Well, if you can dream it, you can do it. I don't know how you can do it, but you can definitely hack your way into do that. Hey, Libby, my bad about that. I'm glad I at least know that. So if haters are coming on and heckling me and I need them to stop, I know how to do it now. Thank you for telling me that happened. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. Alex said, now I can block that parody MC guy. Yeah. I think actually sometimes I like when they come on because I'm always curious what they have to say. Like recently there's been someone that's been there's been someone that keeps calling me fat, and I don't really understand why they're calling me fat, because I'm not, and it doesn't really bother me, but I think they're trying to bother me. But I don't know, it just seems really strange. All right. Still, no, I need more water. Not ready yet. Not ready. A little bit better. Not that much better, though. I feel like I need Gatorade. We don't keep much sugar in the house now that we live on our own. Like, this stuff is probably the most sugary thing we have. Even the chocolate that I finished off the other night had, it's 85% chocolate, or 85% cocoa. I know, I saw that comment. Like, yeah, I don't, thanks, Livy. I don't get why they call me fat. I just do it. I don't know why I do. DBZ, but I'm telling you, I look forward to, you gotta make a video about you hanging in trees, because I wanna appreciate watching you. Like, you can do a whole day live stream working up to how long you can hang out in trees for. By the way, I want to tell you guys a story from today. So this morning, I'm realizing this right now. So this morning, this is my wallet right here, and it's literally a money clip and some cards and elastic band and like a rubber bracelet around the edge. So I left it at home by accident this morning. I get almost to school, and there's a gas station right around the corner from there, and I'm about to run out of gas. So I pull into the gas station, and meanwhile it's snowing out, and it's not that far. I thought it was kind of creative problem solving, whereas old me used to like freak out about things like this. But I pulled into the gas station, asked the guy to fill me up, realized I didn't have a card on me, and then I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to get back to it in a minute. And I looked around, I don't have any cash in the car, and then I waved him over and I said, hey, I don't even want to try driving out of here because I might run out of gas on the 3 minutes left I have to get to school. Can I just park it in your lot and I'll come back later to get gas? So he let me park in the way back of the lot, and then I walked the rest of the way into school, pumped because I was still on time, despite the fact that, you have those mornings when you actually wake up like on time, like you get out of bed when your buzzer does, and then you make it like 20 feet out of wherever you were, and then like you sit down, and then you're too tired to like be a human being, like wake up. Nope, this isn't gonna work. I need to find a happy medium. I gotta sit down. This is no good. That's no good either. I guess I can just hold it. My body's starting to feel weird. My mom's husband might be taking us to America next year. I'm not sure exactly where he said though. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So for some of my fans out there that are watching, Libby's been one of my fans since, when did you find me? Like July or August last year, and she's over in the UK, and she said that one of her teachers shows my videos, mostly because she got him to when I was doing math tutorials, which I don't do that much more often. July. So you've been with me a long time now. I sent her a book on one of the free book giveaways, and I keep in touch with her, and the coolest story that we have together is that I made a video. She asked a question. Someone said that she asked stupid questions in another comment, and then the two of us started saying to the other person, like, why are you being mean? And then he said, this guy has stupid videos anyway, why do you watch him? And Libby said something like, because he actually cares and he makes a difference for me. And the commenter said back like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, I'll stop hating now. So that has probably been my most inspirational moment on YouTube, is when I got to actually see a hater, like a troll out there, like actually apologize for their actions. That was the strangest and awesomest thing I've ever experienced as a YouTuber so far. Seriously, I gotta figure out a way to prop this up, because I gotta sit, and at the same time I want to sit right here next to the water, and like I feel part of me like I could actually puke right now. I'm not feeling good right now. My stomach's all messy. I feel like when you work out some muscle really hard, and like the rest of your body like needs nutrients because you just messed up all your muscles, your stomach becomes like a vacuum and it just wants all the things from your stomach to like feed the muscles, but there's like not much in there right now, or there's like crap from earlier, so it's like struggling hard right now to survive. Oh, that'd be pretty cool if Charlie came on. Charlie was the name of the guy that was that troll. Oh, that's right. I forgot you told me that. The tree I love to hang in, I can get in now. DBZ fan, what part of the world do you live in? Yeah, Ty, you kind of missed the main thing. So what I was doing was I found some almost bad milk in my fridge, and I wanted to drink it, but I hate drinking milk on its own, and I wanted to earn it. So I decided to do 100 push-ups, and it took me like 15 minutes to actually do 100 push-ups, and now I feel kind of sick from it, and my muscles hurt, and my chest hurts, and I'm gonna hurt tomorrow. And now I don't even want to drink the protein shake because my stomach hurts now. So now I'm just sipping water, talking to people. Sounds good, DBZ. Um, yeah, I'd love to talk to Charlie on here. I feel like that'd be interesting. Well, might as well turn this into a Q&A. So there's 6 of you on here, which I still can't believe I'm entertaining enough for 6 people to be on here. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you a little story about me and Ty. So Ty Speaks had just came on and commented about the main event. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can do this. I'm fashioning something so I can not hold on to this phone continuously. Nope, that's not high enough. Wait, I'm gonna move to the other room. By telling you gotta get back to exercising. Yeah, it's definitely it. I'm not in great shape right now. So, fun fact about me and Ty the other day is I called him up and I said to him, I said, hey, I've been listening to this book, Extreme Ownership, by I forget what the guy, Jocko Willink. And I was really feeling just the team vibe of everything. So Jocko Willink is a Marine Corps Navy SEAL, or no, just a Navy SEAL. And one of the interesting things was he was talking about how all over the place, like in military training, it's always about the team. It's not about the individual. So because of that, I feel like a lot of times in terms of making this YouTube channel happen, it's just very individual thing. It's like there's not much team involved in it. And I just realized how much more awesome would it be if I had some teammates. So I said to Ty, called him up and said, dude, what are your current subscriber goals? Let's create make a team here and make some team goals. So the past week and a half or so, we've been texting each other every day, sharing ideas back and forth with trying to build our subscribers. One of the things that long term that I want to do with this channel is I want to monetize it so that eventually I can match my teacher income and I can have even more choices about what I do with my 168 hours every week. P.S. 24 times 7 is 168. So I called him up and the reason was because once you have 1,000 subscribers and you have 4,000 hours of watch time every year, which I lucked out hugely. That video that hit 74,000 views recently, my Super Bowl reaction video, that has carried me the way, I think 80-90% of the way to that 4,000 watch time hours. And so now I just need 1,000 subscribers to be able to monetize things. Now I don't think I'm gonna monetize things straight away. I would probably monetize something like that video because it's not really my daily subscribers that I see that would actually be watching that one. It's like new people. And so that's my next goal, but I thought it'd be cool to work with a team. So one of the cool things we've figured out a much better system for finding people that are interested in subscribing, finding more like-minded people is if we go to someone that we're subscribed to. So a couple people are Melissa O'Brien. I did an interview with her back in November. Clifford Starks, he's a MMA UFC fighter. that has a pretty awesome YouTube channel. Check him out. Ty himself, Ty Speaks. Amanda Motivation was one of them. I'm trying to think of some of the other people that I comment on. But there's a couple other channels that are got a couple hundred or 1,000. On to Purpose is another one. A bunch of these channels that are very similar to mine and Ty's is we've been going over to them, looking in the comments, looking for the people that have been commenting, and then we look to see how many subscribers those people have. And what we do is once we find someone that's also has a similar amount of subscribers, we go over to one of their videos, we find one of the ones that they like, and we click on it, go comment on it and say something. And then from there, we subscribe and we say something to try to create a friendship. And so one of the cool things that we've been doing is as we've been doing that, we've been sharing our results back and forth and saying who are people that are subscribing and who are some of the people that seem like good people to sort of add to our group here or our friends or our viewer base. And we've been building, it almost feels like a community because as I've been continuing to find more and more people's videos to look through the comments of, it's a lot of the same people that are commenting on stuff. So it's been an interesting process, and I know he's been having probably even more results than I have, but I think in the past week I have like 25 subscribers or 28 or something. And usually I get maybe 1 or 2 a day, so I'm almost doubling my normal results, and we've just found a much more efficient process for finding subscribers and building our channels and our audience and our community. So that's been one of the really cool things that's been going on with me and Ty recently. And if you guys have other ideas or people that you think we should collab with, let us know. How's it going, LA Savage? I was the main sort of show of me doing 100 push-ups over. Although you guys might get to see me puke today because I'm probably gonna try to drink that shake and it might be gross. Hey, Rec Productions, how's it going? Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting experience. Woo! Yeah, my stomach's not feeling good. All right, we're gonna try sipping this shake. Let's see how bad it is. All right, it's not horrible. I really don't want to puke, so I'm gonna take it nice and slow. Does Poke Grow Bros actually have like content and a channel? Yeah, I'll take deep breaths, Ty. Good call. Oh, that feels much better. Seriously though, Alex, does Poke Grow? He did. So I can't say I've actually looked to see what kind of stuff he's got going on. I'm assuming it's a he. I actually don't know who Poke Go Bros is, what their name is. One of the things that I've chosen not to do with this channel, Alex, if Poke Go Bros has ideas, I'm open to doing them with them. I'm not sure. Oh, hi, Charlie. Oh, so people that have been on about 10 minutes ago, I was talking about, there was a time that me and Libby were talking with a troll online that actually, as I was in a commenting battle, I would describe it as, with them, I asked them to put the real name on, and Charlie actually just signed and he said hi. So Charlie, welcome. Thanks for coming out. We were talking about you a little bit earlier and me and Libby's experience with you. I tried to get a journal at the book fair today, but I couldn't because I'm broke. Little LA Savage, you don't need like a journal. You can always use a notebook. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys something that I don't think I've ever actually made a video about this. Trust me, stay on, you're gonna like this. I'll tell you what, one of the things that I definitely like One of the things I definitely like about doing live streams is it's almost like show and tell every time. And sometimes because I grew up an only child, I always am trying to share what I got going on, sharing myself. So I just thought of this because Lil LA Savage pointed out that he went to go buy a journal, and he said he's broke, so he didn't. So this is it looks like just a normal like notebook, and you're welcome, Lil LA Savage. So this looks like a normal notebook, but this is one of the engagement pictures that I took with my wife, Alyssa. This notebook right here is what I gave to her for our wedding gift. And what it is for 365 days before our wedding, I wrote down one thing that I was thankful for about her. So let's start with 10/14/2014. This morning, I'm thankful to have been the cause of Alyssa's happy birthday weekend. And this morning, even though I knew I needed to get up after my first alarm sounded, I enjoyed her warm embrace from behind me, and I got to enjoy it for 10 more minutes before she got up. So one of the interesting things about us is what we've come to the idea that she likes like spooning me more than I do her. And normally it's like the larger human being spoons a smaller human being, but I don't know, there's something strangely comforting about it. So yeah, welcome back, DBZ. I'm just sharing a little bit of my thank journal that I wrote for my wife before our wedding. So just to get you a picture of all of this, at some point I started losing track of the handwritten stuff. So I started typing them, and I printed them all out and put them into the notebook. This is one of the pictures that we had in front of the White House back in 2015. Sorry, the light kind of sucks. Wait a second, I can fix that. I have light. This is my vlogging camera that I'm not using right now. You know what? I should definitely be making a video about this journal. I'll probably have to get my wife's permission, but there's only a couple people checking this out right now. But yeah, so this is, let's see, 8/11/15. Thank you for your commitment. This is me writing. Thank you for your commitment to us learning together and wanting me to listen to certain books versus buying certain books in hard copy. I love that you want us to learn together and have things in our home and technology. Your commitment is so much more beautiful than I realized at first. I love us. This is a shorter one. July 31st, 2015. Thank you for forcing me to be safe while I'm driving. This is July 17th, 2015. Thank you for dealing with me being on staff and spending crazy hours at Landmark. Landmark's a professional development company that I used to work for, and I used to spend a lot of hours there. Due July 22nd. Let's see. Thank you for causing me intentionally in working on my diversity paper, and thank you for standing for yourself that Eric not try get through our boundaries. So there was a person in our life that was sort of pushing the boundaries that we really didn't like, and I thought of him as a friend, and Alyssa said, no, he's like bad news, like we should not have him around, and so she really did a great job making sure he didn't push those boundaries. What was the other question I just missed? I remember that comment battle. Sorry about that, but I'm glad. Yeah, Charlie, I'm glad that we had that, because I think that led me to what I mean. You are one of the biggest inspiration stories I have on this channel, because I feel like there's been a lot of trolls out there that have given me crap, and for you to change sort of your heart around it, and change the direction you're going, it was really inspiring to see that the internet trolls, as I would describe them, like are human beings as well. So thank you for doing that. That made a huge difference for me. Oh, I'll call you Lucas. I call Jewel for short. All right. A los 20 años mi historia fue como el sol de la mañana solitario. A los 20 años abdiqué. So at about 20 years of history, I am the soul of something yesterday, solitude. At about 20 years, I'm not sure. Are you asking me how old I was when I wrote this, or did you comment that by accident? Oh, you went back to those comments and took them off? I kind of wish you had kept them on. But, I mean, I could see where someone, like, you might have felt like you were a jerk or something. But, yeah, I wish you had kept those on. But I don't blame you for taking them off. So, here's sort of the life lesson I'll give you guys out of this one. So, one of the cool things about this journal was it was not my original idea. It was, I was reading this book called The Compound Effect, and in The Compound Effect, Darren Hardy, the author, talks about how he gave the greatest gift he ever had to his wife. And that gift was that he did one of these journals. And at some point after he'd given it to his wife, he had actually bought her a brand new Mercedes-Benz. And she said that the journal was an even better gift than the car. So I was inspired about that. I thought it'd make a great wedding gift. And along with that, she said that one of the people that had a wife and it looked like their marriage wasn't doing too well, he told his friend to try out the journal. He said, I think you're lucky to have her, and I think you way underappreciate her. So when you force yourself to be thankful for something 365 days in a row, like one person, it really shapes the way you look at them. So there were moments when I did not really want to put something I was thankful for, but when you force yourself to, you are able to see much bigger things. So for example, that one I read, I forget where it was, about forcing me to be a safer driver, it was really that I was annoyed about like what she was sort of nagging me to do. And what happened was as she was like nagging me on, I don't remember what it was. I think it was, she was just like, it felt like she was nitpicking at me while I was driving, like slow down or like get away from that car or whatever. I realized that she was just trying to help me be a better driver. And I think if you realize what makes people mad or what makes them angry or upset, you can see the commitments behind what they're trying to do. So when you realize that people can't get upset without being committed to something, you get to discover something pretty interesting. By the way, I'm just going to change this light. I don't like the way that's hitting my face. So one of the things that I've found in listening to people is that if you, there we go, yeah, better, come on, there we go, all right. If you are listening to somebody and they're upset with you, I'm trying to think about that. The first example I ever heard of it said, who here is upset about puka shells? So puka shells are this little necklace made out of some kind of seashells from like Hawaii or something. And everyone's like, what? Why would anyone be upset about puka shells? And then someone raised their hand. It was a little classroom. Someone raised their hand and said, I have a problem with puka shells. I have an upset with puka shells. And we're like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, my wife has a puka shell necklace in her closet that was given to her by her previous husband. And we're like, oh, well, that makes sense. And so the instructor asked us all, well, what must his commitment be that would upset him? And we all realized it's that, he's committed to a trusting, loving marriage, that he would care about that. So from there, we were able to see everything that we got upset about, we could see our commitment to it behind it. So for example, when I get upset that a student is interrupting the class, it's because I have a commitment to teaching the students and to being efficient in that process and not being interrupted and having a successful class. And so an interruption sometimes feels like a disruption to the class and something's going unsuccessfully. So really anything that you find that is an upset for you or someone else, you can always find what their commitment is. So what I invite you to all do is whenever you are upset or someone else that you know and love is upset and you're like, why the heck are they getting worked up about this? Ask yourself, what is the commitment that they could possibly be this angry? People don't just get angry about this stuff unless they have a commitment behind it. I'm trying to think of something stupid I got upset about recently. I was sad the other night because I made dinner and Alyssa, like, she had already eaten and I didn't realize she had already eaten, and then she didn't end up eating what I had cooked, and I got sad because I was committed to making a dinner that she really wanted. Cliff, to answer your question, I had this almost expired milk that still smelled good, and so I forced myself to do 100 push-ups, which I am now paying for, and it's like hurting me in the stomach. And it was so I could make this protein shake, which I now don't even want to drink because I did not. I don't think I was hydrated or well fed enough to feed myself this. So I'm sort of waiting for the crappy feeling in my stomach to wear off before I actually drink it. But that's what I was doing. I teach in Lower Massachusetts. I'll tell you in person, but I try not to give out that information online. To be honest, I was just doing it to boost my self-esteem, and I realize now. Sorry I haven't been in much contact with you either. I was scared you wouldn't want me to be part of your community. Charlie, you're absolutely welcome to be a part of the community. I kept the ones to you on because I saw what comments. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like something I learned Spanish. I motivate you. Oh, to answer your question, Alex, do haters motivate you or do you just ignore them? I would say I forget what rapper it was. I think it might have been Drake. It might have been something, maybe like Kid Cudi or something. But I would say that they motivate me, and I think haters help me realize that I'm relevant. So if no one's hating on you, you're probably not doing enough in the world that you're causing much of a stir. You're not really accomplishing much if no one's hating on you. Because like Charlie just kind of said, is that if people are hating on you, they're really just trying to bring themselves up. And so most people I think are more likely to bring themselves up on people that got something going on. So if you have something going on and people are trying to crap on you, then that's validation that you got something going on. So when I have haters saying that I don't make any sense, I'm fat, I don't know, all of the different things, I feel like that's just like proof that there's something going on over here. There's proof that I'm doing something right. That I don't know. It's just proof. It's like I feel like some people don't realize in a YouTuber's eyes that failure is having no views at all. But when you have 100 views of people hating on you, they don't realize how good that kind of feels as a creator. Even if it's all hate and people hating on you, it's like it's still validation that you accomplished something enough that people are reacting to it. I'm glad to hear it, Luke. Feel free to ask any questions since this is sort of a Q&A/show and tell. Thank you as well, Charlie. Cliff, so Clifford that's on here, I was also talking about him earlier, how he's one of the people that I often go over to see who's commenting on his videos. Because Cliff, you have a pretty awesome audience. Like, people are commenting on your stuff really quick. Like, you just have a really active audience, and I've been going over to your channel, checking out the people commenting on your views on your videos, because they've been like, I've been able to find quite a few people that subscribe right back straight from your channel. So it's been great visiting you over there. This is kind of all I got. I don't know if I'm even getting a little bit of dry mouth. All right, let's try a little more of this protein shake. Oh yeah, I can stomach this. I think. Wait for it. There's a weird aftertaste. Please tell me that wasn't sour. I promise if I puke tonight and I'm not live streaming, I will get video of it and I will find an artful way to put it on YouTube. Cliff, I got a question for you since you are an absolutely fit human being. Do you drink protein shakes? Do you drink any of the muscle milks or any of those kind of things? This is I think this is muscle milk here that I'm just finishing off the thing of it, and I like drinking it just because it's the most sugary thing I have in the house currently, and that's how I that was how I got in shape at one point in time, was forcing myself to do push-ups because I wanted to have sugary protein shakes. But what do you use? Like, do you dabble in that, or do you just like eat clean food all the time? Oh yeah, I'm feeling much better. It's actually going down. So one of the things I got to do when I get off this live stream is I got to go make some measurements. Um, as one of the things that we're working on for the house is we need to get measurements in, and so we have floor plans, and then we got to hand those over to the fire chief to make sure our um, fire alarms are in the right, our smoke detectors are in the right spot. Then we can get permits to get the electrician and the plumber in here. My audience, a really great group. I'd check your channel out, Cliff. Yeah, Libby, he's a professional UFC fighter. Thoughts on USADA regulations? Cliff would understand. Yeah, I don't know what USADA regulations are. But yeah, you guys should definitely check out Cliff. Check out Ty Speaks that was on earlier. Clifford is, I would say, similar to me in that he comes out, I think you upload, every couple days. And he's always talking about similar things to, I would say similar things to me, just kind of giving life advice, talking about exercising healthily, eating healthy, thinking healthily, meditation, gratitude. Really something similar. He has a wife and he has a child, and he shows them every once in a while. I'm a bigger fan on eating clean foods overall, but I will have a protein shake from time to time. It's more because I like the taste overall, though. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, try to upload twice a week. Yeah, Cliff's a good guy. By the way, Cliff, let me know when that book comes in. I did send it to you. I don't remember what the ETA was for its arrival, but it's on its way. Libby has one. Hi, Positive Vibes. I enjoyed watching your video earlier today with the skit you had. The title of this video was my milk was about to go bad, so I forced myself to do 100 push-ups, and it was painful, and my stomach is almost done reacting. This is the milk that should be expired by now, but is not. Maybe it'll expire by the time it hits my stomach. We just sort of turned this into a Q&A session slash show and tell. What was another good story from today? I forget what it was. Oh, here's a teacher hack. If you ever want to figure out when your teachers are, oh no, that would give away my secret. It's probably not a good idea. So here is a teacher hack I used today. Sometimes, so in math class, you usually have to make a lot of problems. You have to have students answer the problems, and you want to know the right answers to them. So one of the things that I've been able to do with some classes, not all classes, is I had my honors geometry students, instead of me making a bunch of problems, I realized they would have more ownership if they made them themselves, created them, figured out like what the measurements were. So what we're doing is we're doing law of cosines, law of sines, trigonomic ratios, and solving for angles and sides of a triangle using the law of sines or cosines. So what I had them do today was they had to draw their own triangle and do measurements on it using centimeters and the degree angles. And then they had to flip it over and they had to draw the same thing, but they were not supposed to fill in more than 3 parts. They weren't allowed to put in more than, so there's 6 total angles and sides. They were only able to put in 3. So I was able to put together a lesson plan without doing any problems. All I had to do is figure out instructions for them to do so that they would have problems to cycle through. And so I had every single team of students, or about 28, so about 14 teams, created a problem. They flipped it over and had an answer key on the back, and I had them rotate. And what I did was, because this was a review skill, it wasn't a brand new skill, is I went around answering questions, and they have a quiz on it tomorrow, which that's one of the things I'm also going to be doing after this live stream, is creating that quiz. Oh, it's Purple Velvet. That's the one I was talking to you guys about, who's been calling me fat. Dude, tell me why you keep calling me fat. I just don't get it. As I was saying before, I've been enjoying the haters / the people that give me crap. I don't get it. I kind of like it because it doesn't hurt me as much. I feel like when people call me other names, it kind of hurts because there's some truth to it, but I just kind of know I'm not fat. To answer Alex's, hey Zach, I'm going, email a video, it's done for your approval. It's compilation of your channel. What? Libby, that sounds sick. I'm pumped to check that out. Cliff says, I'm glad USADA finally has cracked down on the UFC. It was a long time coming. There are a lot of fighters who unfortunately fight with illegal enhancements. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming those are like substances like steroids and stuff. Let me know what you think. You look much fatter in person. Oh no, he's fat. Don't worry, Libby. I'm enjoying this. Because you got chubby cheeks and a double chin. Did you get my video on sound and creation? Did you get my video on sound and creation? I don't understand what you're saying. I'm assuming you mean like, did you leave like a link or something on one of my videos? Luke, we're learning about how to multiply and divide decimals. Oh, my wife's home. Hey, Lissy, want to say hi to the live stream?
Let me take my shoes off.
She's gonna come say hi.
Maybe.
But I didn't. I guess I'm going now. Ask about it. I did, but I guess it's gone now. You asked about it. Thanks for the book, Zach, letting you know when it comes. Also respect you for redoing the kids. That's great. Thanks, Cliff. Alyssa, I was showing them the thank journal that I got for you before our wedding.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. You guys might be, I try not to get your hopes up for it too much, but you might be in for a special treat because I think Alyssa's only been in the videos from vacation, but not for anything else. You're not feeling too good? Yeah, I understand. All right, maybe no treat today. What is that? Is that a pine cone? Why?
Did you get my text?
Nope.
Just found the
Sweet
most
AC,
beautiful
man.
place.
Dude, the Purple Velvet keeps calling me fat. Libby says hi. Luke's, oh, here she is. So this is my wife, Alyssa, of, hi.
Hey.
Fun story. I've been wanting to make a video, but she's a little more on the camera shy side. There's 9 people watching. Is the story of how we got engaged.
No.
We'll make it someday soon. It was sort of a funny story, but I don't really want to tell it until the 2 of us can make it together. Why?
Because I just found the most beautiful place in the world.
Oh, were you at that spot?
30 minutes away from our house.
So one of the things that Alyssa has brought to my life, which I really did not see coming when I met her, was she's brought me a lot closer to nature. We've gone on a pretty solid amount of hiking trips since we've come together. The past year we've gone on more adventures than in pretty much ever gone on in my entire life?
Deer.
No way. Show them that. So she recently found, how do you know it's a deer? So she found a deer bone.
Because I do.
How do you know it's a deer?
Because I do.
What? How old do you think it is?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Been there at least a year. It was in the pond.
Oh.
It was in the...
How do you know it's been at least a year?
Because it has moss, algae.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, one of the cool things is she's just introduced me to being more in nature, and so one of the things she just discovered is near. What did you say? 10 minutes from our house.
3 miles.
3 miles, 10 minutes from our house. There's like a
6,000 acres.
6,000 acres of state forest.
No, it's
Reservation land.
um,
Conservation land.
it's reservoir land.
Reservoir land. So it's like a place you can't canoe through it, but you can hike through it. It says no camping, but there is picnicking. So is that that's literally where you just came from? So she's been looking for a spot that she can, like, if her car. Oh no, you'd drive there, but.
No, you could run there. It's only 3 miles.
So she's been looking for a spot that she can just go to, and if her car is here and she's not here, I'll just know to go find her there. Oh, hi Melissa. What was the question? So Zach, has any of the parents complained about the LGBT flag this year? Johnny, not that I know of to my face, not that I know of to my higher ups or principal or department head. It's possible, but I'd be surprised. If anything, I've gotten more YouTube hate than anything else. Oh, bye, Charlie. Hey, I'm 106 pounds. I take pride in athletics. I'm also 5'4". Okay. But Zach, yeah, I'm 6'5". So, by the way, Purple Velvet, I'm not sure where you're seeing this double chin that you speak of. Well, he's sitting, so to me that's fat. Okay. Hello, living. Oh, Melissa, I was talking about you a little bit earlier too as well. So I was just commenting on one of the things that me and Ty Speaks have been doing. We've been going down some of the other channels that are similar to us. So I was saying like you and Clifford and him. We've been looking in the comments for the other people that are commenting on your videos. We click those and look to see who has like somewhere between like 20 and over 1,000 subscribers, and then we comment and subscribe to those people, and we've realized that those people are much more likely to sub back if you're active, because we know that they are active because they're commenting on your channel. I've been realizing in between this like group of channels, we've been finding a lot of the same people, and it's been really fun realizing that it's sort of like a community. I wish you the best, Purple Velvet. Yeah, something plus. By the way, honey, this video was titled "Push-Ups for Milk" because did you realize the milk was probably bad?
No.
So the date on it is March 16th, but it's not.
I haven't been using it.
I know it's not sour, so I did 100 push-ups so that I could like treat myself to a protein shake.
I see.
It's currently the sugariest thing we have in the house.
It is. Back to being healthy.
One of the things we were excited about moving into this house again, well, not again, like being on our own again, was that it's so much easier to eat healthy when you and your partner are the only ones buying groceries versus when you live with other people that, you know, just have sugary things in the house. It's really hard to resist. It's really hard to resist when you're at school too. Like, what do you think was like the hardest thing to resist when we were at Moccasin?
Is that a question for me?
Yeah,
Ice cream?
ice cream. Yeah, that was probably the toughest part at her parents' house. My parents' house, the worst was probably they didn't have ice cream that much, but I feel like they had Nesquik, which every coffee would just turn into a mocha latte. Pretty much, you'd put milk and you'd put Nesquik in it. Um, so I have a few things to do, and don't forget Alyssa, and you're okay now. Oh, Alyssa, by the way, remember that time that we were watching like YouTube magic unfold where the person was talking back and forth with me and Libby?
Yeah.
That person's on right now, and he's now friends with Libby.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Charlie says hi.
Hi.
Um, sorry, Purple Velvet, my bad. Very intelligent and well read and financially literate. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. All right, well, I don't have many more things to do. I got to write a quiz and I got to take some measurements in the house. So unless you guys have more questions, oh, there's another question. Yeah, I've seen the hate on YouTube. I'm one of the semester away from graduating with a history degree. I'm worried about putting an LGBT flag in any school. I will work at in Texas. Well, Johnny, this is what I would say. I would look for, well, once you get your first teaching job, I think if you were to look for a couple of, I mean, you could do this sort of a sneaky way. You could do it more reasonable, like less sneaky or less, uh, is the word covert way. But here's an idea for you. Look for multiple other teachers that share the same values you do and would want to put up a pride flag. Once you find them, one thing you could find out is like if there's anyone that might be, if there's like a GSA or something, Gay Straight Alliance, you could look for students that would be participating in a GSA or something, and you could even give them the money for the flags, and you could have it like given to you and the other teachers as a gift. So it doesn't seem like you're the one putting it up. You're putting it up because students wanted to put it up, and it's not coming straight from you. I think that it's easier to get sort of backing behind from people if it's coming from students. Like I wanted to teach like a new different class, and my vice principal said, well, you got to get students to want to take it, and then it can much more likely happen. So if you can get students to be behind it, which there's definitely students out there that would be behind it, if you can get them to sort of offer it and you can kind of be the driving force behind it, sort of, if you can get them to give it to multiple teachers, and so it's not just you and it's a team and you guys can stand in solidarity, maybe you have more of a chance of putting it up in your school. Now, I've never, have I ever been to Texas? I've never been to Texas. I've been sort of in the South, but only for like spring break and for vacation. So I don't really know much about the South, but I would say I think that would be a good way is finding some students that would want to have it, and or I don't know, just if you can figure out once you're in a school, some students that would be interested in having it. If you can get the students to be leaders themselves and find out what other teachers might be interested in having it, and I mean, I think you could be straight with them and say like, look, I feel uncomfortable like putting up a pride flag in my classroom because I don't know how it's going to be received. But if you could find out what other teachers might be interested in doing that, I would stand proudly with them. So it would certainly,
You know what Rob Henry said?
yeah.
Even just having a small little something makes everyone feel welcome.
And that's another thing. So Johnny was John or Johnny? I forget. Johnny. One of the other things that we have in our school is safe space stickers. If you look up safe space stickers, they're like, I don't know, like that size, and you can. We have windows in all of our classrooms, and you can put those up in them, and it's very small. I think it would probably make a difference for students part of that community. What my wife just pointed out was I first chose to have a pride flag in my classroom because I went to a party where there were multiple other gay people there, and I was in the middle of grad school, and I had to do an assignment on like the LGBT community, and and how to support them in a classroom and how to feel inclusive. And so my assignment was due at midnight. I was like, screw it. I'm not going to do my assignment, but I'm going to still fulfill the intention of the assignment, which is, get in touch with how to improve the living space and the student space for that community. So I talked to my gay friends and said, hey, what can I do in my classroom to make it feel inclusive? And so Rob, who is a gay man in his like 40s, I think, he said, I've in Boston. Now Boston's probably one of, between that and California, the two most probably liberal states in America, that like cities um, that you can put up a pride flag or something and you're not going to get hate for it for the most part. I mean, you'll still get some, but not for the most part. He said he's never felt more at home. I think it was right after, was it federal law said gay marriage was legal? Something like that.
Massachusetts state law.
Massachusetts state law said it was legal. Is there pride flags all up and down like Boston Common or something, or some main
The public library street.
public library street in
All
Boston?
Public library.
So all along that road there were pride flags, and he said he's never felt more at home when those were up, and he's lived there for a long time. And so all if you have something small, just showing students.
Sorry to interrupt you. But the other part of his story was that
Can you guys hear her right now? I can't tell.
I'm sharing with you so you can share with them. The other part of his story was even just walking into shops and little places that had a small little pride flag, like in a cup holder, or a small little pride flag in their window, like he immediately felt at home and safe. So it doesn't have to be huge on the
Yeah.
wall. It doesn't have to be lining the streets. It can be small,
Right.
sitting in your pencil holder, you know?
Yeah. So I don't know. Tell your wife she's very patient. Fat boy don't pay attention at all. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
I like the Boston accents. We don't have Boston accents. Get out of here. Please talk about the defining decade for the fourth time. Just above the bottom comment, can you define decade 3 times? Ciao, Cliff. Take care of it. Thanks for joining, Cliff. Sorry, I'm going back through the comments. Can you talk about? Yeah, I can talk a little bit about the defining decade. I just wanted to. It's good advice. Thank you. Never thought about it that way. But yeah, if you couldn't hear, it's the last thing I'll say about that. I'll answer your question. Purple Velvet is yeah. So if you couldn't hear her, she was just pointing out the fact that if anyone had any kind of small pride flag, even if it's in the mug of like a pencil holder, that makes a big difference for him in feeling comfortable in his space. So, like, I know I have a 3 foot by 5 foot flag, and although it's larger than the American flag, I make sure it is a little bit lower than it, because I've learned that through my military friends that the height of it actually has significance to it. But you don't need a giant flag to make a huge difference for people. All right. Alex, I'm going to answer Purple Velvet before I get to your question, just because they've been patient with me. So, define decade. I'm going to make a separate video about this because I don't expect people to go to 78 minutes into a live stream to learn about it. But I was continuing to listen to Define Decade this morning in my ride. And one of the sections I really loved about it that Alyssa and I happened to do, and then we read about it and like we're really glad that we did it, was we got engaged before we moved in together. So there's this idea of sliding into marriage. So there's a lot of people out there that are dating in their 20s. While they're in their 20s and they're dating, they say to themselves, well, we sleep over all the time. I have stuff over there. You have stuff over here. Like, we should just move in together because it'll be convenient, without having like a legitimate conversation about commitment and about like, where is this going? And so because people move in together out of convenience, then they sort of slide into the next phase of their relationship rather than being really intentional about it. Because what happens is they're like, well, we've been living together for a while. It only makes sense that we should probably think about marriage now.
Or they get a dog.
Or they get a dog, and what they talked about in the book was that there's these switching expenses of like getting a new couch or deciding who gets to have the dog or something like that. And so they stay in these relationships that are sort of mediocre, and they don't have these intentional conversations like, do I really want to marry this person? And so because it's small, like it was compared to like signing up for a 0% down credit card. Like a credit card with 0%, you're more likely to use, and then even if you've used it for that year, you're just not even that likely to go transfer it to another credit card because it's just a slight pain in the butt to go get another card. So that little expense of switching over, like, stops a ton of people from making smart life choices when it comes to a spouse. And that can make the biggest difference in your life is choosing who you marry. So what I recommend people consider is if they're going to move in with somebody, they have a really serious conversation about the future, because it's easy to get complacent, it's easy to do things simply, and the moment you get married, you start really, really thinking about the future. If you're not previously thinking about the future, you should be very careful about moving into each other, because it's easy to slide into a marriage that is not good for you. And I'm gonna go back to Alex's question. Would you want your channel to go big? Because then you wouldn't be as personal like this, but you might be able to touch more people. Alex, this is what I would say. I think you're probably right in that. I think that if it were getting to the point where the live stream, I just can't even read it because there are a bunch of comments, I would probably block people so that I could answer questions. I would also probably do, I mean, if I were getting big enough that I could be answering like questions every day, because like right now I don't think I have enough questions or video requests that I can rely upon those every day. Like I still have to come up with my own content. I mean, that would be pretty good for my channel, and I could start seeing what a lot of people are asking, and I think I can answer a lot of those questions at the same time. So yeah, I definitely do want to get it big, and I think um, you know, at some point I would, like, there's a couple people that I actually I'm in email correspondence with, and I still do have a very personal experience with um, a lot of different people. So I'm able to have that with people, and I think I would still be able to have that even though it wouldn't be through comments. Um, so I I know a little bit of it's egotistical and thinking that I want the channel to get bigger, and it's also, it would serve as a huge source of freedom. Um, you know, I can't actually, I don't know what it would be like to live in that world where I'm able to make enough income off YouTube that I could choose whether to work or not. You know, currently I really need to make sure that I stay employed because we have a mortgage to pay for. Um, but at some point, if I were to have the freedom to make videos for a living, and I could be a stay-at-home dad with my kids, and I could even help offer Alyssa not have to work, I think I would do it, because I have a lot of fun doing this. Like these 83 minutes that I've been on here with you all, you know, this is straight fun for me, and I can't believe that it's possible to make an income doing something like this. So to answer your question, yes, I would, and that would be a consequence that I would deal with. Did you purchase the flag, or did one of your students purchase flag? I purchased it. I bought it, and I actually gave away one of my, I think it came in like a 3 or 4 pack. I gave away the other flags to other students. I found out a way based on my friends that make them feel inclusive, and that's just to treat them the same. Don't act like they're different. I feel like, Zach, you would reach more people, as he and many great topics think about share, Alex. More people share this channel, the more people can benefit. One thing I admire about you is that you're passionate about your topics. I just wish you had more engaged with your audience. What's your take on the defining decade career finance chapter? Um, career finance chapter. I'm trying to think. Well, I don't remember that one now. That I'm assuming that's probably closer to the end of the book that I haven't refreshed myself on. But what I would say that it's not necessarily from the book, but this is what I'm going to say that me and Alyssa do that I think is working really well and has worked really well for the last 2 years is I think millennials right now are more and more comfortable moving back home to live with their parents and save up money for a house. And that's exactly what Alyssa and I did. I think a lot of people in their 20s live out on their own right after college. They get a job and they can afford to live out on their own. They live in Boston or whatever. And a lot of people have a hard time sacrificing the lifestyle that they enjoy to live like a lower level lifestyle, like a less expensive lifestyle, to move back home and save money. So one of the things I invite all millennials to do is consider what their financial goals are and ask themselves if they're willing to live like no one else so they can live like no one else. And that's what we chose is we said we're willing to make a lifestyle change by living with our parents so we can save up for a house. And we got a multifamily house so that we can eventually make passive income off the real estate. So that's what I would say about that. I honestly don't remember that chapter, but I'll be hitting on the next couple days. And thank you for the compliment, Purple Velvet. Sorry, bro, to cut away. Did you make it to 100 push-ups? Assuming you did. Congrats. Yes, David, I did make it to 100. It took about 15 minutes. Yay. His protein shake. Yeah, I'm not done with the protein shake yet, but I think my stomach's fully better. Please don't let your channel get big. You have a rough time keeping up with 4 to 7 on here now. That's true. But maybe I can have, I'm sure I would find a more efficient way to do Q&As. It just wouldn't be all live questions. I might do it like, I would have questions be sent to like my Twitter account or something. It'd be easier to keep track of. Right now it's hard to because like I'm using my finger to scroll through the comments. It would be easier if they were all like organized because it's comments mixed with questions. Have you read the book How to Be Richer, Smarter, and Better Looking Than Your Parents by Zach Baranetti? I have not read that one. In Italy, most people stay with their parents until they can buy a place. I think it's a smart move. I did not know that about Italy, that people did that. Luke, we'll probably play basketball again when there's not snow on the basketball courts. Purple Velvet to answer. That sounds like a pretty interesting book. I'm gonna have to check that one out. All right, I gotta be a responsible adult and work on making those quizzes for tomorrow and get some things graded so that my students can do corrections on them and finish off some measurements on the house. I know my wife doesn't like being on the show too much here, so and I don't want to hang out with her. So thank you all for watching. I am completely grateful for the attention that you all give me, and thank you for asking all these questions, because for you to ask questions means you trust me with an answer. So I mean, it really means the world to me. I still can't believe, you would not believe the confidence that I get out of being able to do this and having your attention for 88 minutes. Are you kidding me? I can't even do that in class, teaching math. This is unreal. So thank you so much. You guys make making a daily video worth it. Thank you. If you like this, give it a like. If you want more, subscribe. Tell your friends and family about it if you think I could help benefit their lives. Hit the notifications bell if you want notifications every day I come out with something new. Thank you for watching, and stay weird, humans. Yay!